In this fast pace of social media where the short form of content like reels and shorts are dominating the globe with a rapid speed, in an age where the human attention span has fallen down to 8.25 seconds, which is even lesser than a goldfish, to sit down at one place with full focus for several hours to learn a skill without letting any distractions get in your way has become a really tough job to do. But the only process that will help you achieve that is by doing deep work. So basically, some days before I just stumbled on this book, which is Deep Work by Cal Newport. It is an amazing book for anyone who wants to reach great heights in these times. After reading this book, I actually got very much inspired, and I thought why not to share some key highlights and insights from this book with you people. Before getting any further, we need to know the two types of work about which the author has talked in this book, which is deep work and shallow work. So what actually is deep work? Work performed in a distraction-free environment that pushes cognitive capacities to the limit, creates new value, improves your skill, and is hard to replicate. And what is shallow work? These are non-cognitively demanding, logistical style tasks that are easy to replicate.
There are basically two key skills that a person must have in order to thrive in today's world.
The first skill is the ability to quickly master hard things, and the second skill is the ability to produce at an elite level in terms of both quality and quantity. And the only way to climb the epitome of any of these skills is the ability to perform deep work. So deep work is first of all a trainable skill which could be learned with practice and some basic steps that are mentioned in the book. The author has treated the habit of doing deep work as a muscle which strengthens with time and practice. The more you work on the ability and habit of doing deep work, the stronger that muscle gets. First of all, in order to attain a stage of deep work, we first need to have a productive workspace for ourselves. It could be any place, your home, a park, a library, anywhere where you could achieve the maximum amount of focus and can get the work done. And you also need to make sure that when you are in that space, you should not be allowing any kind of distractions to get in. Rather, you should be putting 100% attention to the task that you need to complete. So now the second thing that we need to do in order to achieve a state of deep work is that we should be practicing the interval training method about which the author has talked in this book. So what actually is interval training? So the interval training in layman's language means to do a work in some set time limits. We should not be doing works casually. We should be doing it in some fixed time slots. And I am not saying that it should be too much long or short. You could choose it according to your comfortability. It could be 40 minutes, 1 hour or 2 hours. But the crunch is that you should be following it religiously, and you need to make sure that in that period you should not be distracted anywhere, no social media, no petty works, nothing, because that's the only way to achieve the stage of deep focus and as a result deep work. We can also understand this point with the law of productivity, which states that the quality of work done is equal to the product of time spent and intensity of focus. So if we just keep the intensity of our focus high, we will be in turn doing more quality work per unit time. Now moving ahead. There's a misconception in people's mind that they feel that in between the tasks, if they even take a glance of their phones, it won't be making any significant difference in the output they are making. But the fact is that when we switch from one task to another, no matter for how long or short, the attention doesn't immediately follow. A residue of your attention remains stuck thinking about the original task. So we should stop taking a look at our smartphones every now and then, because then it will be absolutely impossible for you to reach a stage of deep work with this kind of scattered focus. And this principle is called as attention residue principle. There is one more thing that I want to talk about, which I personally found very much interesting, is that so in one of the studies it was found that ironically human beings are at their best when they are immersed deeply in something challenging. So this felt very much interesting to me, because in today's time we feel that just scrolling thousands of reels every single day could make us more happy and relaxed. But the fact is that the best moments usually occur when a person's body or mind is stretched to its limits in an effort to accomplish something difficult and worthwhile. And this mental state is called the state of flow, and the more frequently we get to the state of flow, the more happier and the more satisfied we get. And one last point that I want to talk about is that working well is hunting like a lion, not grazing like a cow, as quoted by Naval Ravikant. So basically everyone is busy in something, but the fact is that the ability to work deeply and efficiently on a task has reduced to such a scale that the output that we get from the work is astronomically low. This is not a correct approach of working. Rather, we should be putting our 100% attention and focus on one task at a time and complete it, and then have some downtime to rest. And this approach to work is actually needed to thrive in today's world, which is full of distraction. So yes, the ability to do deep work is actually the superpower of 21st century. So this is all for today. Thank you so much. Stay safe, keep hustling. Bye bye.